Hello, this is Savita and welcome to my channel Savi's Creations. I wanted to introduce this traditional South Indian board game called Pallanguri to my daughter. I was looking for an ethnic looking Pallanguri so that I can use it as an accent piece to decorate my home. During my search, I found very few options and nothing was under my budget and not the way I was looking for. So decided to make one by myself and tried this ethnic look Pallanguri or Mankala. Now let's go into the video to see how I made this. This is also called as Alaguli Mane in Kannada, Vamana Guntalu in Telugu and Kulipara in Malayalam. In general, it is called as Mankala. This is the Mexican Mankala board that I bought from Target for $10. I found that price only in Target. Since it was Christmas time, I got this at a discounted price of $7. This Mankala board has only 12 dips, whereas Pallanguri needs 14. So I purchased 2 Mankala boards. My plan is to cut off 2 dips from one of the boards and then attach it in the middle of the other. I am not going to use these pebbles that came with this board since we use more number of coins in Pallanguri and these dips cannot hold them as well. I am also going to remove that long dip meant to store the coins for the same reason. The only thing that I don't like in this Mankala is the size and the depth of the dip. It is small and found it is little inconvenient to scoop the coins out from the dip. If you want to make one like this, I will suggest you to buy a very basic Pallanguri available in India and convert it. I have removed the hinges and cut off all the unwanted portions. I have made these cuts using a miter saw to get a perfect and smooth cut. You can also use a jigsaw or handsaw. I am going to assemble the pieces I needed on another wooden board. For the base board, I have used the exact width of the Mankala board and for the length, I have provided around 7 inches more to make room on the sides to collect and store the coins. I have attached the Mankala board to the base wooden board using wooden glue and screws from the bottom. I am going to use these trims to cover the sides. I have already measured the size and made these bevel cut using a miter saw. You really don't need a miter saw to make this bevel cut. A miter box and a hand saw is good enough. I wanted to level this trim for the top edge of the Mankala board. So I have placed the Mankala upside down and fixed these trims on the sides using small nails. The top edges are still unfinished and I would like to cover them using another set of trims. I have made the miter cut on these trims for the corners. Again attaching the trims on the top edges using small nail brads. I felt it would only look complete with small legs on the 4 corners. I am going to use these wooden balls that I had cut off from finials. One of my previous projects, I had used finials as legs after cutting off the top balls shaped part from the finials. I had saved those wooden balls and am putting them to use here. The woodwork on this Pallanguri is complete and it is time to stain it. After cleaning the board to remove any loose particles and dust, I have stained it in red maple. I have spread the stain evenly all over the board and allowed it to dry before applying a second coat. Before start staining this, I have filled all the joints with wood filler and have sanded the Pallanguri using fine grit sandpaper. Once the second coat has dried, it is ready for finishing coat. However, I felt this board needed a lid to protect the dips and coins from collecting dust, since I'm going to use this as a decorative piece. For the lid, I have cut a wooden board to fit the inner edges of the top part of this board. I have sanded the edges and smoothened it with a fine grit sandpaper before applying 2 coats of stain. I also wanted some decorative wooden onlay designs on the cover. Since I don't have any wooden onlay designs in stock, I have decided to make them using paper clay and these molds. Once the mold has dried, I painted it in gold and pasted them on the lid using wood glue. For the final finishing coat, I usually use a water-based polyurethane for all my painting projects. But here I am using an oil-based polyurethane. This gives more protection and a very smooth and shiny effect on the stained wood. Oil-based polyurethane is not recommended for painted surfaces. I have given 2 coats of polyurethane coat for a more smooth and shiny look. Always remember that you need to give sufficient time between each coat to dry completely. The 2 coats of polyurethane has dried and now the Pallanguli boots need some final touches. I am attaching a brass handle on the lid. To cover the nail heads on the side trims, I am using brass thumbtacks. Finally, I have a Pallanguli boot the way I wanted. The antique look of it complements the ethnic look of our home. I am very happy with the outcome. My daughter has started to learn and enjoys playing this game very much. It gives me the satisfaction that I have introduced some Indianness and connect with our tradition to her even though we live in California. I have planned to introduce other Indian board games to her in near future. Hope you like this idea of making Pallanguli board. Please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching.